I just published my book and I think you should go and read it. For the light, flee from the fight, till the hand on the back of my neck tightens, and like a puppet with strings cut, I cannot lift the muscle. I'm stuck in my place where no one can find me. I'm stuck in my shell with no motor control. I'm stuck in the world between my ears. I can fix this. That's what I tell myself, looking down at the shattered glass. It's fractured into hundreds of pieces, sharp shards of a puzzle that must be impossible to fit back together. When I was a kid, I picked up a hobby. Through all of that, writing was the kind of one consistent thing that got me through it. And when I was younger, I wasn't writing about, specifically my problems or what was going wrong in my life or anything like that. It wasn't until I started suffering with my mental health in my late teens that I really started turning to writing as an outlet.
The rain, it ain't permanent, and soon we'll be dancing in the sun. We'll be dancing in the sun.
Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised, and I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap. A new era, rap my piece.
Rather see us fall than they would rather see us fall. See, people easily forget. That we done sacrificed it all.
Can't see past the lies passing behind my eyes. I can't agree with the facts I live by. And I know my brain is lying, but I can't seem to believe it, like the lies I tell myself in hiding.
Just listen.
We're arguing back and forth, losing sight of our sighting, so I defer to my writing just to try to feel real. I just want to talk about representation in Encanto real quick, because I feel like everyone loves Encanto anyway, and the representation in it is really fucking great. I want to talk about, though, Dolores, because I'm someone who suffers with sensory processing problems, and when I was younger, when I was a kid, we didn't know that it was sensory processing problems. We thought that I was just kind of afraid of loud noises, so when a Hoover would come on, I would run out of the room, I would cover my ears at fireworks, stuff like that. It just kind of made me feel very much like a weird kid, and I couldn't handle this thing that everyone else could handle, and it was very isolating. So if Encanto had come out when I was a kid, that would have changed, like, my whole perspective on myself. It would have given me so much more confidence. Like, I would have seen someone who uses their sensitivity to sound as a superpower. Like, that's wild. Representation matters. Morgan finished fixing up, tidying, and, though nobody asked them to, redecorating the ship. It was a shock to Kaylee the first time she went down to the generator room and found glow-in-the-dark stars tacked up on the ceiling, fairy lights dotted along the walls, and extra blankets and cushions in the hammock. Like I said, I think I've got stretch bits on that, see if I can pick that up. Especially Oceans will dip and winds will whisper. Grass will grow and fires will flicker. Death will lie and rain will fall. And through it all, I will stand tall. Blood will clot and hearts will stop. Breath will cease and minds find no peace. Life will lie and people will fall. And through it all, I will stand tall. Bodies will wither and skin decay. Souls become restless and time will delay. I will lie and my body will fall. And through it all, I will stand tall. Love will not waver and relationships shan't fade. There's more to do, more memories to be made. Everybody will lie and everybody will fall. And through it all, we will stand tall. I found a piece that I wrote in my notes on my iPad back in 2020. I don't remember writing it. I'm quite impressed with it. I'm going to read it. A man stands on top of the world. It's cold up here, the air is like ice. It's like breathing for the first time, like his lungs have spent their life restricted. Not anymore. He didn't start on top of the world. He started in mud and poverty and uncertainty. He was born with the words of society breathing down his neck that he was wrong, that he'd never be a real man, that he was weird and ugly and never quite fit in. Well, how did you get there then? Curiosity asks, leaning across the table to the man. Well, he says, I was mighty sad for a long time. The man thinks back on the time when the mornings lasted an eternity and the nights lasted even longer, when the world wanted to swallow him into a pit, and society begged him to stop getting up every time he was knocked down. But he persisted. Amidst death and depression and anxiety, and never really truly being understood by those around him, he persisted. He learned to cover his ears from the screams of unbelonging and close his eyes to the neon of his own treacherous thoughts. It starts with the elastic that somehow makes it so much harder to breathe, but so much easier at the same time. It's his safety elastic, and it holds him when he needs that pressure, when he needs to be held but can't ask. Because you see, sometimes his voice abandons him. When he can't cover his ears or close his eyes, and when the smells of food betray his stomach, his voice also betrays him. He presses on his vocal cords, but can never seem to apply the right pressure in the right way to make them work. It used to be infuriating, but now at least his hands have something to do. He's learnt to weave them in somatic shapes that somehow make communication, for those who know how to read them. They don't tell you about writing a book is that you're going to be reading it 5, 6, 7, 8 times, editing, just constantly, just non-stop. I've read this more times than I've spent fucking writing it at this point.
Oh, we just met, ain't no race. We just starting now. Little mama, know your place. They wanna play with Big Dre. Tell a bad bitch to behave. These will be acting too brave. Made me feel a type of way. She bugging, she calling me names. She bugging from all of the fame. I'm fucking through all of the fakes. They wanna be my mates. I'm coming, so open the gates. I'm coming, so open the way. Want money, want quality, want pay. You will pay me that today. Should've paid me yesterday.
It has been 10 years to the day since I wrote my first book. I was 13, I was super gassed, I really thought it was getting published, but believe it or not, this year, I got published. So the first on the list we've got is the professional author pose, and this is when you're sitting at a desk with a laptop and you know what you're doing. You look professional. The second is the relaxed author pose, which, like the professional, is you're sitting at a desk but you're relaxed, you're chilled. It's a nice time. The third is the comfy author pose, where you're comfy, you're still productive, but you're in a comfortable position. The fourth is I've given up pose. This is mostly where you throw shit at the wall and kill off characters for the lols. Number 5 is the 1 sentence an hour pose. This is where you will most likely get distracted by YouTube or Facebook. Number 6 is the first editing draft. This is, you're feeling pretty hopeful at this point, you know, and then number 7, of course, is the final editing draft, where you're sick of it, you're sick of the characters, you're sick of the story, and you don't want anything to do with it anymore. You just want to screw it up into a ball and toss it into the fucking bin. The curtains are red to signify danger and uncertainty, and the fact that the main character is in fact about to get murdered. The curtains are red because they're fucking red! been offered a publishing contract. An actual publishing contract. They want to publish my book. They want to publish my book. They like the book. People who read books professionally like my book. An actual publishing contract from publishers who want to publish my book. He's my anchor. When I'm lost at sea and feel nothing but anger, I feed myself on thoughts of drowning, because the thoughts in my head are anger resounding. But I know he'll drag me to shore, and I sure do wish I could help more. And I abhor the fact that he has to drag me. I'd rather just let the seaweed snag me, pull me down to the bubbling depths, and when I'm deep inside he pulls me out of my head. I flail and I fight and I pull us both under. He pulls us back out like my move was a blunder. We're blanketed at sea and I'm just dead weight. He drags me cause he's stubborn, it's a flawed trait. But I see on the horizon a space to create, a place with no hate where healthcare is great, a quiet place to be with my mate. I didn't believe, but now my future is fate. The sun is going down and it's getting late. Before too long we'll both be shark bait. But rest assured, while there is a beat in my heart, I'll paddle weakly beside him and nothing will make us part. We'll keep swimming to the shore where our future will start. Okay, I can get behind it. This is Lightbearer. Quite a sturdy looking book, as you can see. So, as you can see, there's a lot of spare space on the page. So, I might leave that. It gives you space to annotate if you want to, you know? I quite like that. The text is really small, I will say, though. So maybe I will have to figure out a large print version. But this is it. This is Lightbearer in the flesh. We have here all the copyright information that says it's mine. It's mine, it's my book. I did it. I made a book. Hello, my name is Avery Price, and in the next 60 seconds I'm going to tell you a little bit more about myself and where you can find more of my writing. I am an author. I have published 2 books now. The first, Journey to Today, Good Day, Bad Day, is a compilation of poems and short pieces that I wrote over the course of my battle with mental health in my late teens. I published this about 2 years ago, independently, self-published it. My second book, which is coming out at the end of this month, is Lightbearer. This is a sci-fi book. This is the first in a 5-book series, and I've completed all of them, so if you're interested, read them. I'm happy with this book, it's really great. The series as a whole, I really love the writing, and yeah, go read Lightbearer when it comes out in 28. You can also find more of my writing on YouTube, my Spoken Word Sundays. My YouTube account is at averyprice.bsky.social. For Spoken Word Sundays, I also did a little bit of gaming for a while, and I would love to get back into gaming. Hello there, my name is Avery Price, and I'm here today to promote Lightbearer, my book that's coming out on the 28th of August this year. This is the first in a 5-book sci-fi series, and I just wanted to show you guys some more of the stuff that kind of went into it. So here we have my writing desk. It is a bit of a mess. It could be doing better. Here we have some quotes from, obviously, Hamilton, and these are things that people wrote about my stories when I was like 13, 14, put them up on my wall, and I've kept them up on all my walls ever since. This is a piece that I wrote that I particularly fell in love with, and I got a nice print on it. So, and then we get to Osiris stuff. So I'll have to be careful not to spoil too much, but here we have some planet stuff. It's more about the Brooks, the Osiris Chronicles. This is obviously the main book. This is planet folders. So this is all the different planets I've made for the series. And I also have just here a character folder, which is, the same as the planet folder, but with characters. So yeah, we've got that. This entire tub here is filled with Osiris notebooks. Believe it or not, this is various Osiris Chronicles notebooks. This is obviously another copy of that print up on the wall. I have some like old notes and stuff in here. Oh, I definitely can't show that. That's last book spoilers. But yeah, and also this is pretty cool too. I made this. I really like it. So yeah, these are all the like contents cards of all the different, you know, like species, different terminology, different weapons, different spaceships, all that kind of thing is in there, which is really cool. This is from when I was editing the first book. These are the words that I use most frequently and what I could change them out for. And this, last but not least, is where you can find more notes. So yeah, go do that. Go read Light Mail one time, because a whole lot of work went into this. A whole desk full.
Promise that you hold me close, don't let me go. Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I've wasted. You were right there.
I just published my book and I think you should go and read it. Hello, so I'm just here to promote my book a little bit. Hello, this is Lightbearer, Avery Price, that's me. I wrote it, I edited it, I published it. The editing could be better, I'm not gonna lie. So if poor editing is gonna be your turn off, don't read this book. It's a good book, didn't have as much time to edit as I thought. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the process that went into this book, because I finished writing this book nearly 3 years ago now. And I have since written the rest of the series, like the whole series is complete. I'll put that down so I don't bend it. Yeah, so I finished writing it about 3 years ago, looked around for a publisher, found a publisher, got a publishing contract, which seems pretty awesome until you find out the publisher's not a publisher at all, and it's kind of all fraud, and you're not entirely sure what's going on, and they're not publishing, but, so then what you do is you terminate that contract, because they're never going to publish your book, and you fucking go out and you do it yourself. You say, this is my book, I earned all the rights for it, the copyright is right here. So yeah, obviously I can't go into too much details because of legal reasons about the publisher or who initially signed the contract for Lightbearer, but the contract had to be terminated, and due to some issues with said publisher, I was on a time crunch to get this out, basically. Offered a publishing contract. An actual publishing contract. They want to publish my book. They want to publish my book. They like the book. People who read books professionally like my book. An actual publishing contract from publishers who want to publish my book.